I'm recording this video just to talk a bit about AI. A lot of people talking about it nowadays, like on all socials, like you see it everywhere, on YouTube, LinkedIn, X, people talking about AI, how it's like, if you can't use AI, you're going to be replaced and all this stuff. So I'm just recording this just to break down like what I think about AI. The first thing is like 90% of business owners like still don't know about much about AI. And so for the next couple of years at least, there's still going to be periods where if you are in a business that doesn't really use AI much, especially in like lead generation or any type of like high ticket B2B service or like product or info, like you're going to be able to sell this stuff for a long time without worrying about AI. Now, as we move forward into the future, and like obviously AI right now is doing some really insane stuff. So for example, like I use it personally for like a lot of lead generation, like lead sourcing, a whole bunch of stuff. Like, DM script writing, copywriting, and where I see it being really useful is like that precisely. So getting appointments is, in the next couple of years, maybe like it can all be automated by AI. Because we've got these AI appointment setters, these AI agents. But like where it caps out is like there's always going to be sales calls. So if you're in a high ticket space, there's always going to be the sales calls. And I mean, me personally, and if you just think about it logically, no one is going to buy from like AI salesperson. Like you need to know how to sell. And as long as you know how to sell, you're essentially AI proof, because as long as you can do that, it doesn't matter if like what you do to generate all your appointments is coming from AI, because we've got stuff like Clay, all these automations, like I said, AI appointment setters, where essentially lead enrichment is becoming insane, where you can target like the exact kind of leads you want at scale. You don't have to lift a finger. But when you get to the sales call, you have to know what you're doing. And AI is never going to really be able to put its foot into that. And so as long as there's sales calls, there's nothing to worry about for high ticket B2B or you becoming like, redundant or AI taking over. It's not going to happen. And the second thing is for like lead generation and appointment booking, like for outbound, it can probably all be automated. But when it comes to stuff like YouTube, like what I'm doing right now, creating content, that's irreplaceable. But like AI cannot like create. Yes, you can get ideas from AI, which I do sometimes. You can get ideas for like scripts and stuff. But when it comes to actually recording and giving content, and like creating like a personal brand that provides like value over time, which like I'm by no means anywhere there yet, but this is like a long-term play that I'm doing for YouTube, where I'm going to create content over time, provide a lot of value, and then the market's going to give back to me through appointments. And like, because that's just how it is. That's the nature of how YouTube works. And AI is not going to be able to touch that really, because again, it's the same principle with the sales calls. No one's going to be able to, like, AI is not going to be able to make YouTube videos for you. So when it comes to YouTube and sales calls, if you're selling something like high ticket, any type of, lead generation, any type of like ad service, anything at all really that's like high ticket B2B, as long as you have like the content, which is like YouTube, like video content, and you've got the sales calls, AI is not going to be able to do anything. Now, where AI is going to be extremely useful is getting appointments from like outbound. And I'm not too sure about ads, because like I mostly focus on organic, but I know that with that like GPT image generator, whatever, like ads are becoming easier, and like graphic designers might be a bit, but that's a separate story. The reality is you're not going to be able to run like a business and have to worry about AI 24/7. That's just not going to happen. So the last thing is like whenever you're using AI, like a lot of marketers, they sell like courses for AI and stuff, but if it were that easy to use AI itself, because like for appointment booking, it is really useful. Like a lot of things like AI personalization, like the whole Vina.ai where you can like personalize looms, that's going to get even better. Everything to lead enrichment, like I mentioned, but like you have to know how to operate AI so you can get the right outputs. So like people selling calls about AI that are going to like fix your business in like a week, and then you can scale to 10K a month, 20K a month, 30K a month. Like they're selling a course on how to use AI because they've spent like 6 months learning how to use it, and now they're selling it to you as if it's some like easy thing you can get started in 1 week. But that's not the case. Someone has to operate the AI. You still have to have like the thinking mind, like understanding of inputs, understanding of like just how to generate appointments, how to close the deals, and how to deliver a good product. And like AI is not going to think for you, but what AI can do, and like kind of something that I am testing is like what it can really get good at is when it starts to learn how you think, you can start outputting things without you even telling it. But that obviously takes time. And if AI was so amazing, like you could just open up ChatGPT or Claude and just build a business from scratch. But you can't do that. You have to have an understanding of like all the fundamentals, and especially for like, YouTube and sales calls, that's always going to be there. So AI is literally nothing to worry about, even if it gets even better, and which I'm sure it will. But yeah, I mean, that's what this video is about, because I see a lot of people just worrying about AI and what it's going to do for their business and like their agency, and it's just a nightmare because it's really not that deep. And there is a lot of marketing out there that essentially, like, it's like the Hormozy value equation, where like the perceived, like the amount of effort you have to put in is like zero. Well, at least that's what like marketers show. And so it's just the ants go where the sugar lies. So people just like buy all these courses, and they essentially listen to anyone that says if you don't use AI, like you're done for, it's like you're gonna get replaced. And it's like, yeah, that's what this video is about, and it's really not much to worry about. So